Yo, what's up, guys? This is your boy Mr. FX, and want us to look at something on equity indices and sorry, equity indices here, and let's see what we get into NAS100, U30, and SP500. What I was just expecting. This is just like my anticipation on it, and here we go. So I'm going to look at it fundamentally. Then technically, we just see what we have there. So I'll give you my point of view technically and fundamentally very quick. So I'll delete what I have here. Both, this is my watch list. That's the US30 NQ. Also delete what we have here. And I'm just going to give you my top-down analysis on this one fundamentally. So let's see. So when it comes to equity indices, we look at the ES like SP500, and I'm looking at the future, right? I'm looking at the future of it, and mostly I look at valuation. So here I'm looking at, we look at the value of the interest rates, the bonds, and the dollar. And every time we are undervalued, the three of them will get a bullish move. So I'm trying to look at here, this the SP500 future. You can see here we are undervalued, which means that we should expect a buy to the upside. Example, another area we are undervalued. Every time we are undervalued, you'll see the move here. We are undervalued versus the interest rates went up. Here, undervalued versus the interest rates, we went up. Again, where were we undervalued? Again, here was the dollar. This is the DXY, the blue line. This one is the DXY. We're undervalued and went up. So valuation, you're just measuring how cheap, if it's cheap or expensive to buy or sell. Here it was undervalued. You can see the move to the upside. And as far as here we are undervalued, and SP500 went up. We can apply the same valuation information on NQ, which is the NAS100. Look at this, we are undervalued because, guys, you have to understand how this market is driven. If you look at the rates right now, the US 10-year, you'll look at that and you'll notice that we are rising to the upside. We are going to the upside, and I'm going to explain that. So you can see when undervalued here, expect the move to the upside, and you undervalued versus the bonds, move to the upside. They're undervalued versus gold, move to the upside. They're undervalued versus the dollar here. You can see very nice move to the upside, and you can see we are undervalued here versus again the bonds and the dollar. You see the move to the upside, and you can see as much as you can look back as many times as you want, and it's easier to backtest. Every time you're undervalued, you expect some move to the upside. So having that idea with you, then we know that we're going to expect some move to the upside on the NQ, and we'll go to the US30 now, YM. You can see we are undervalued versus gold and the bond. Expect the move to the upside. Here, gold alone, move to the upside. Here, treasury bond, look at that, move to the upside. Here versus the dollar, move to the upside. And even here, the dollar and the bonds, can see that's what we used to get. And way back, you can see. So this, the market SP500, NQ, and US30, they have something in common, that all of them, they move, they have a similar move. So being undervalued here versus the three of them, to me, this enough conference, and maybe we might want to look at it long term, maybe, because that was just like valuation of the last 10 days. So you can measure the value of the entire month. From previously, you can see we are undervalued. The dollar is undervalued. This one is, we have to go up. We'll have to go up here. And here, look at this where we are undervalued. move. When you follow the 30 days valuation, you get to see, you can add one more vertical line here. You can see what happened, price went up. So every time we are undervalued there, as you can see, you can look back as you want. This is back on, which year is this? Let me see, this was 2016. You can see, you can be able to back test very quick and see what to expect. So looking at it long term, on long-term valuation, we are almost undervalued versus the US 30. This means that we expect the US 30 to buy. Let's see NQ NAS100, we are already undervalued, expect it to buy. Let's see SP500. SP500, we are undervalued and expect it to buy. So in terms of valuation, we are done. So we can look at the seasonality knowledge of the market, and we can see when you look at the seasonality now, we can see here we got this. Let me give you a little bit of back testing to back here. We had this bottom and you can see how price went up. Look here, there's this bottom and prediction of a move to the upside. Look at this was the bottom and focus of the move to the upside. And this is a post-election seasonality tool. And look at this one, the bottom and price went up. And right now, again, we have a bottom here. I see another one here, but at least we should go a little bit higher. Sometime we should start earlier or later, but still we have the same focus. This is the current price. Expect some move to the upside in this one. This ES. So let's see NQ. What does NQ say? On NQ, you can see here, this is the focus of the price to move up. Here, price took some time, went up. Here, price, you see, started even going up earlier because of this bottom. Price went a little bit lower, went up. And here, price went up. So here, where the current price is, you can see here, we can see a little bit of a bottom, but at least expect the move to the upside because the price is already sitting on a level that I don't think we're going to go a little bit lower, but at least we should expect some movement to the upside. That's from the NQ and the US 30. Let's see what is here on US 30. See, bottom, price went up. Yeah, price went a little bit lower, but went up. Here, price went a little bit lower. You can see then just went up. This is just like the focus expectation here. And since that we are expecting some bullish move here, you can see still expect that move to the upside. So having that idea, you can now blend in your technicals and look at the market on a higher time frame as far as we can see on day weekly time frame. Have that gap there. It must be filled. Yeah, it must be filled. There's a gap that must be taken care of, and we need to find a demand. And you can see on the weekly time frame, we are sitting on this particular demand here. If we go to, that is from E-mini, this Dow Jones, to go to the NQ as well, and here we are also sitting on a demand zone here. You can see very nice demand. Let's go to ES. ES also, we are sitting on a nice demand zone here. So my focus, like I'm expecting some bullish move here. So you can refine this one now to daily time frame. So going to daily time frame, I think we will this little bit looks a little bit challenging. Daily time frame, for me, I'll go with this. Because I see that gap here. So we have two levels of interest. That zone, there's this particular zone here. So we have this zone of which price is neat as a demand. Price has hit that particular demand. But if someone wants to refine it, maybe you can go to this one. But anyway, I'm just giving my idea on a higher time frame. For those who like going to the time frame, we can go lower. So you can see on this one, ES, that's our daily demand. Okay, let's go to NQ. See NQ here. On NQ, this is just a weekly zone. I'm not seeing anything of daily demand except here. Right, this is a zone that when you go to a lower time frame, the intersection, have a zone there. Then we'll go to the US 30. And US 30, you can define this one to here. And this is our daily demand zone here. So this is just, guys, my idea on US 30. So demand, so the price is here. So you can go a little bit lower to a 4 hours time frame and find our entry. So in the 4 hours time frame, I look at this one, I see nothing. 3H. So in 3 hours time frame, this is what I see. This is the zone that you have here. Just mark the entire zone, and you can refine when the price come here. If you will be watching my video, then you can find the model of entry here. And this is the place that expect now to see something price coming here and pushing higher. That is from the NQ US30. Let's see the same market, they have the same level, but here we have this. We have this particular low here. So your demand is big. This one, you can find a way to work on it and refine it, and the same idea is the same. Patient, stay patient, and ES the same. You can see these markets, they have the same structure. Here is a low. I'm just taking the main low, that's why I'm not like giving you a refined zone. Entire zone like that, and you can wait for price to hit those levels on the futures. Then you go to your CFDs, then look for a move. So this means that when we look at the US 30, I don't know which broker I was using. Is it I don't know if this is the broker. No, this is like my old trade. Don't know what happened here. Okay, you can see on US 30, this is where I have my level, my entry until my stop, where you can see where my stop is. If the price goes through this zone, then we just call it a day. But that's what I'm thinking, where my trade is. Okay, that's just for US 30. Then for NAS100. Okay, NAS100. The same, you can see I have similar structure. Price comes back here. I'm long and on, how do we call it? SP, I'm not trading that. So that's what I'm expecting, guys, and let's see what will happen. That's just an update of what I'm thinking, and we'll see what will happen. Others will see around. So